you still have school set semesters, or would you change it so anybody can do anything what they want with schools, or what would you do on that one?
Um, I would probably vote for a system that had school year round and you kind of could just come and go, kind of like how college is. There would be semesters and you could come and go. So you could go during the summer if you wanted to, or you could go during the normal times if you wanted to. Because I think even studies show that having a huge like the 2 months of summer vacation causes, students to flow, like sort of go out of the flow of education. And I've seen I don't know what countries do it, but I believe it is in the sort of Nordic regions where they do a sort of 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off kind of a thing. So they do 2 weeks of school, 2 weeks of vacation, 2 weeks of school. It might be 2 and 1. I'm not sure, but they do that where they never have a long period and it's just a constant cycle. And they do a lot better academically as a result. And so I also don't think I don't think school should be compulsory after a certain age either, because a lot of times the reason that school is compulsory right now is to babysit most of the time. I mean, obviously, it's to educate the children a little bit, but at least somewhat, I would hope. But it is mostly, I mean, that's why in America we're having this huge friggin' result, this huge dispute over. I mean, well, it's kind of been resolved. Kids are going back to school, but I mean, with the whole virus right now,
Sure.
it's like they didn't want to send them back to school. They wanted to keep them there. But the reason that they want to send them to school is because the parents most of the time need to go to work and they can't leave the kids unattended because they can't afford a babysitter. And it just seems like all of this stuff is a result of capitalism and private property and the need to use money in order to facilitate, uh, you know, society. And I just think it's
Sure.
all
Very, very quickly
unnecessary.
before you carry on,
Hmm.
with what you've just said there, you're
Hmm.
from again trying to still man it from my understanding. Again, I could be wrong.
Thank you.
It seems to me that you're trying to state or at least push that
Hmm.
the reason why people want to go back to school now, don't get me wrong, there's always two sides of every argument and everything else like that, and I get that, and I'm not actually taking a position either way. I don't know enough to be able to say whether they should go back to school or
Hmm.
whether they shouldn't, so I don't know.
I
But
appreciate you're being very precise with your words, but don't worry too much. You can just say what you need to say. Mhm.
all I would say to that is I don't think that anybody is going down the argumentation of what you
Mhm.
just put forward, which is people saying that, oh, the reason why we want children to go back to school is because we want them to go back to, in your words, being a daycare center.
That is actually that is what's being said.
By
That
who?
is I don't know by who specifically, but I've heard that that was the big thing, that's why they want. I mean, obviously our current administration also just wants to not admit that anything is ever wrong ever. So they just want to say that, oh, it's fine, go back to school. You don't need to wear a mask. You can go